You are now tuned in to Two Studs in a Pod with your host Blaze and Meech, a podcast with a novel perspective on life from a couple of super terrific Uber dykes, but you can call us studs. Let's get to it. Meech, drop that beat. Welcome back, Pete. You already know it's me, Blaze,
And me, Meech.
and we're a duo of everyday studs here to penetrate your mind with insight and mischief of the stud kind, one episode at a time. And here we are, episode 4 already. As they say, time flies when you're having fun. Meech, homie, was really good. How's life?
Life's good. People at work be getting on my nerves, but I can't complain and have a job, right?
Yeah,
But yeah,
all
life's
right.
good. This weekend was cool. Spent it with wifey and her people, her moms and stuff for Mother's Day. My mom was going out to dinner, like she dated us. She had her dude take her out. She's like, "No, I'm just going to his place." I was like, "You don't want to spend it with your kids? All right then."
Uh,
But her partner took her out, so that was cool. But that's about it. I mean, I finished Miles Morales, which is the Spider-Man game.
okay.
Yeah, on the PS5. So I haven't finished the game in a while, but that game was pretty cool. It had I don't know if I told you last time, but it had like a lesbian couple, and it's like a Hispanic dude. It takes place in Harlem, so I like the storyline. So that was cool. So that made it more fun to play. But yeah, other than that, I think that's about it. What's been going on with you?
Um, Working around the house and things still,
It's never
Um,
ending, huh?
yeah, and they say when you buy a house or whatever, you'll never run out of things to do, and that's so true. It's like I got to do this, and then as you're doing that, you notice something else. You're like, damn, I got to do that too, and then you got to do that, and you're like, you know what, I really want to do. I want to do this, so then that's more work put into it. So like this garden fence has
Mhm.
manifested into this a little gate and thing. Everything I was just about to do a border, now I'm like building gates and
Oh boy.
putting locks and things. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna take some pictures and post some things so y'all can see how my little garden is growing right now.
Okay.
Um, I got to do drip irrigation for my flower bed, so I'm getting that together. So it's crazy. I can't believe like I'm talking about drip irrigation
Yeah.
and shit. Like,
I think I'm doing
it's
something
crazy.
with my little aquaponics fish tank I got.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
Yeah.
saw. Yeah. What did you name your fish?
Blue, cause it's
That's
blue.
our fish
Oh,
name.
for real?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
I feed Blue every morning.
Yep.
Yeah, Blue had some shrimp in there. Well, there's no more. There's no more shrimp. So it is what it is. Um, but I do have something interesting. At least it's interesting to me. I think that I want to talk about. I saw a few people post about it or similar. Something similar along the same kind of lines. And it triggered a funny story for me, like a bad memory, but a funny story if you think about it. Anyway, so from something that's like a saying that we've all heard before.
Mhm.
But before we get it started, let's get it popping and pass out these flowers to a known or not so well known member of the Black and Brown LGBTQ plus community that has made moves or is making moves that makes us feel seen. We call it poppin' peas. A creator of life and definition of a day one. This week we're honored to pop one for mom. My mom, your mom, all moms. Obviously, by the time you guys hear this, Mother's Day will have passed, and we're really hoping that everybody remember to call their mother and wish her a happy Mother's Day because that would really suck if you didn't. Shame on you.
Facts.
If it's possible, you can't forget moms. You know what I'm saying? Like, moms are our first home, the giver of hugs and kisses, fixer of boo boos, broken hearts, and our biggest fans from the start. So shout outs to the stud moms, gay moms, moms of gays, and moms everywhere. We love moms. We've been called motherfuckers a few times for a good reason. Because we love us some mamas. So we hope you all enjoyed your day and those pancakes were fire and the appreciation was plenty.
Yes, sir.
All right, now let's stir the pot and dive into this week's stew peas. So I was scrolling through and I happened across this age old relationship question, I guess you could call it. But somebody asked, do you believe and agree with the saying, if you go looking or snooping, you're going to find something? Basically, like if you go through your partner's
Hmm.
phone or whoever, like whoever you're dating or whatever, if you go looking for something, you're going to find it, right? And then another one was, what's the worst thing you've ever found from checking your partner's phone?
Oh man. I were you asking me or did you want to talk about it
No,
first?
I mean, do you have
Oh
something like you said that like you
yeah,
like you had a flashback?
I did.
Like,
I know you brought it up, but I was thinking
you
like
know,
I do believe that if you go looking, you'll find something. But I feel like if you feel like you have to look, you know you're gonna find something.
right?
Like,
Like
you know
there's
what I
probably
mean?
something there, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I had this situation with an ex of mine, and something just wasn't right. So I went looking in her phone, and like she never locked it or anything like that. And I had been in her phone before, but I never looked. Like I didn't go through it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, check my messages or whatever. But this time I went through her messages and I seen text from like some guy at the gym that we both went to, and I knew the dude. And I was out of town, like so I was back. Like I must have been bored or something because I went back. And I saw the text messages from when I was out of town, and the chick had met up with the dude when I was going, and like she had my whip and everything. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm pulling up
Mm.
in this car and da da da," and like all this shit, and I was tight, and I was like, "Well, I mean, I guess." Yeah, if I didn't look, if I didn't go searching like 2 months back, I wouldn't have seen it, like,
Yeah, but still, but then you
yeah,
wouldn't have seen it, right? At the
right.
same time, like you would have still been out
Yeah,
here
I
getting
still
played. Like,
looking
yeah,
like a big
exactly.
old dummy.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's like the plus or minus side. Like, um, so when I saw that, it really took me back to like when I was probably like around 17 or 18, and the woman that I was with, she was easily like 20, 21, something like that.
Mm,
So it's not that big of an age difference, really. But when you're like 27, 28, or, like 30, 31, something like that.
right.
But when you're 17, 18, and ain't like 21, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's a little bit of a difference. But anyway, so I'm doing my thing. I was still a senior in high school. Yes, I was definitely still a senior in high school at the time. And she started working nights as like a customer service rep. And so she was working when I was home, home. So we weren't really seeing each other anymore. And she was like, when I look back on that relationship, it was obviously not, it was toxic. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
To use everybody's favorite word. But she was like mad controlling too. Like she would regulate the phone usage. And this was before cell phones, okay?
Oh
That's how freaking
yeah.
old. Right.
Damn.
Right? Like there wasn't cell phones like that. Like if you had them, it was all that pay by minutes joint. Like maybe there was, but they were so stupid dumb expensive. Not like
Yeah.
they are now. You know what I'm saying? We can have 5 phones and be paying $100 a month. If you you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's much different. So she would be controlling of the house phone, and I lived with her that young, still in high school. Long story, but that's the case. So what I found out later was the reason she regulated the phone so much because she didn't want all her hoes to know that she had a hoe living with her,
Oh
basically. You know what
damn.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but she didn't know. It's like one day that I got a hold of the password to check the voicemail. Like she didn't even let me have, like I didn't have the password to the voicemail or anything like that,
Damn.
right? So she had me like totally fucked up and everything. So one day I ended up getting a password and she wasn't home. So because she was at work. So I ended up coming home early or whatever and listening to these voicemail messages. And one of them in particular was like, "Yo, I'll see you tonight."
Oh damn.
And I'm like, "What?" Like what? So at the time, my homegirl, she was like my ride or die. Like, yo, we we did some mad crazy shit together. Okay,
Mm.
and and she was like, I was like, yo, this bitch, da 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 da, and we need to go find out what the fuck's going on. You know what I'm saying? So my whole girl was like, hell yeah, I'm with it. Plus, her dude was down here from New York,
Mm.
so and he was staying at his homeboy's house. Who his homeboy happened to live in that area where this chick's job was.
Oh, okay.
So my homegirl was like, yeah. Like I'll ride with you because then she could end up seeing her dude. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So she was with it. So we go, and now we casing out the front of this chick's job,
Mm.
right? I was gonna fucking super watch it, and the building that this job is like all glass, or like at least the front, so
Mm.
you can see when people are coming in and out, going up and down this giant escalator, all of that. So we're there, we chilling, we find this really good spot. So we watching everything go down, and you can see like it's like a walkway. People got to walk across, but you have to walk a car, right? Like
Mm.
I mean, you drive a car like a pathway to get to this parking lot where we were. So I see this car roll up, and I said to my homegirl, "Yo, that's her right there."
Mm.
I never seen this shit before in my life. You know what I'm saying? It was just
Right.
like this fucking like thing that I was like, "Yo, that's the motherfucker right there." So she was like, "How you know?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, "I just got a feeling. Like I could just feel it." So we watched, and the time came, and usually this chick, she would call me like every day on her lunch break, which was like the same time every day. And so I was like, damn, what if she calls me and blah blah blah, and I'm not there? But then I was like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, look at what I'm doing right now. So time comes, and I don't see her coming down the escalator. So now I'm starting to feel bad. I'm like, damn, I done thought this about my
Yeah.
girl, like da 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 da. So I was like, fuck. So my homegirl was like, what you gonna do? Blah blah blah. Anyway, so the next thing you know, right when we were like, ah, damn, here she comes down the
Oh
escalator.
damn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, so I'm there, and like, I think I don't remember if I was smoking cigarettes at that time, but if I was, I don't remember. But I remember the windows were cracked just a little bit, and my homegirl was called Whip. We hear these footsteps. It's the chick
Oh.
walking up. She ends up walking past the vehicle. She got flowers in her hand.
Oh damn.
Yes, bro. So she walks past. I mean, she don't even know I exist. So
Yeah.
you know. So anyway, so she walks past me, and well, I was like, oh hell no. So I see my girl come walking out of the building. It's like a long ass like walkway. You know, you imagine a big corporate thing to get to like the
Mm.
parking lot. You have to walk down this like long sidewalk or whatever. So I see homegirl come out, and at first she's not like smiling like if she knows the chick who just walked past the whip, right? She's
Right.
not smiling or anything like that. She just like stoic walking.
Yeah.
Then she must just not have seen her, because as soon as she seen her face,
Uh-huh.
she was like, oh, like happy and hugging and
Oh
all that shit.
man.
So it must have been like around Christmas time, right? And I only remember this because so my homegirl and I, they come walk. Oh, that was it. So I see them hugging and shit. We was like, yo, that's them. And I was like, oh
Mm.
shit, oh shit. So now I'm like freaking out, right? Because I'm like, yo, I'm watching this right in front
Yeah.
of my eyes. So like
Damn.
now, what do I do? Like, what do I do? What do I do? So before I could even think of anything, they come walking back. So now remember, homegirl walked past our
Oh
car.
yeah.
Yeah, yes, yo. So they come walking towards us. So me and my homegirl like drop back into the fucking car. We're
Mm.
like, they don't. My girl doesn't know my homegirl.
Right.
She don't know her car, so it's
Oh
not like
okay.
she would just. But she would know me if she
Yeah.
see me. You know what I'm saying? So we like try to fucking like we duck down. They walk a different way,
Mm.
and somehow they don't pass. Like we're good. But by the time we got our shit back adjusted, they
Mm.
had got in the whip and was like, driving off.
Oh damn.
So now my homegirl is because they were obviously parked. So my homegirl is like, we trying to get it together to follow them to see where they go,
Right.
and we fucking lose them.
Damn.
Yes.
I want to know what happened.
So I mean, like I seen that shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I'm like, is it my fault because I went
Nah.
looking for it, or like, because obviously, like you said, like I had a feeling, right? There was
Yeah.
a reason why, like, what the fuck, and it was more than one message at that.
Oh no.
That
So it was
was
a
just the
couple of
one that
them.
was gonna be tonight. Yeah, like
Damn.
that was just the one that was tonight. I
I
was
don't
like,
know.
oh hell no,
I
yes,
don't know. I feel like if you have that feeling something's off, you have to protect yourself. Otherwise, you're gonna be out here looking foolish. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. That was a interesting situation. Okay, like she ended up. How I said how I remember it was Christmas, right? Was because I confronted her about it.
oh damn.
Like that, not that night, not I mean not right then, right?
Hmm.
Like after that happened, I told my whole girl, yo, take me over to your dude's house. I'm gonna drink and I'm underage drinking and smoking. I don't give a fuck. Like so, I was over there just chilling with them, and then I ended up making it back home somehow. I forget. I don't even remember how I got home, but I ended up or back to this chick's house, and I put a plot together right then and there. I'm trying to
Scheming.
remember. Yes. So I put a plot together, and uh oh yeah, that was the time that I had I forgot where I ended up going, but I told her like I packed up all my shit, and then and then I wrote her a letter.
Oh okay.
And I wrote and I described everything that I
Hmm.
saw, and I was like, so basically on that note, I'm out, bitch. And I stopped answering her calls. I stopped doing everything.
Mm.
And this bitch called my school.
Oh
Remember, I'm
damn.
still in. I'm still in school. I'm
Oh
still in school.
shit.
This bitch called my school, bruh. She calls my school and is like, she's texting. She's beeping me. The
Oh
beeper, nigga. I don't
yes.
beeper, nigga. A beeper. She's beeping me, and I'm not answering. I'm like, what the fuck? She ends up calling the school and telling them she was my mom's, bro.
Oh damn.
So they call me out of my
To the
class
office.
to the office.
Like you in trouble, trouble.
So now my school was mad small, like mad small. Everybody knows everybody. We talking about
Hmm.
500 kids max. Okay,
Damn.
so when I say everybody knows everybody, everybody knows everybody. Everybody in the office knows me. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? So when they're telling me it's my mom, I'm
Yeah.
thinking some shit don't like maybe
Yeah.
this bitch done called my mom and now my mom is like panicked or something.
Right.
So I rush up to the office and then I call and I answer. Oh, so obviously I'm from Dade County 305. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in Dade County, and where she was in Broward County,
Oh, okay.
right? Different area codes.
Hmm.
So back in the day, you used to have to dial 9 for an outside
Oh
line.
yeah,
Okay,
damn. That's
okay,
wild.
bitch.
We owe.
Yo, we own this. You used to have to dial 9 for an outside line. So I'm like, if it's my mom, I know the number by heart. Boom, 305. Da 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 da. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm dialing a number, and hunger at the front desk is like, hold on, I'll get you the outside line. I'm like, oh yeah, outside line for
Oh,
305.
yeah.
So then I'm like, what's the number? So then when she says 954, blah 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 blah, I'm like, man, that ain't my fucking mom. And I walk out the office. The office knew I was wild, bro. Like they're
That's
like, what are we gonna do with
crazy.
this
What
kid?
did she think though? Like that you was really gonna call her back? Like,
Are you kidding me? Hell no.
that's wild.
Yes. Mm. So yeah, that was that situation. I did end up. I mean, I still ended up. Um, talking to her again, and I forget why
Mm.
and how, like how that even happened. But listen, I'm good to go ghost on a motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Listen, cause why? You being so deceitful. You doing all this shit behind my back. You. It doesn't have to be like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could be upfront, but since you want to be sneaky and be deceitful, I'm not gonna turn around and do the same thing
Yeah.
back to you. I'll just be like, I'm out. You know
Yep.
what I'm
Peace
saying?
out.
Like, exactly. But yeah, nigga, that shit was crazy. So when they're like, don't go snooping, like I said before,
Don't go snooping unless you're ready for what you might find.
for real, be ready to go ghost,
Yep.
okay? All
Be
the
ready to
motherfucker.
leave or be ready to stick it out, right?
Yes, hell yeah. Speaking of sticking it out, this Nikki brought this to me the other day, and ever since then, every time I get dressed, that's all I can think about. So she was like, something to ponder, right? When you die, the outfit you have on is now your ghost outfit for
Oh
life.
shit.
But I'm like, I've got questions though. Like, do I get to wash the outfit?
Right.
And what if
No.
I don't die with shoes on? I can't not live. Can you imagine me living my afterlife of
Without
eternity without shoes?
without all your shoes?
Okay, I need a couple pairs at
Right.
least.
I'm gonna need
Like,
to die with a couple of outfits and sneakers on.
I'm like, what if there was a hole? Like, if I'm wearing it for eternity, that's a long fucking time. Okay,
Yeah.
they don't make clothes like they used to. They might have like holes and shit. Do I get to sew? Will they sew the holes? Like, do I get to put a patch or something? Like, what's going on?
It would be Nikki to come up with this.
And do I get draws? And do I
Oh
get to
yeah, get
change
to
my
change
draws?
them. Nah, you're a
Yes.
ghost, man.
Like, what the fuck? So, what would what do you think would be like your outfit that you would be okay with wearing forever, all
I don't
eternity?
know. Probably something
Because
comfortable like um basketball shorts and a
and a
t-shirt.
t-shirt, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, and some
And some
Hirachi. You should have on there
yeah,
some
yeah.
slides. It depends. Do I get
Oh, you
options?
know
I need
what? My
options.
most comfortable sneakers are, I can't even front, are my Prestos.
Oh yeah,
I'd be okay
yeah,
with wearing those for eternity.
yeah, yeah. Because they're like shoes, but they're not.
Yeah.
Then they're like socks, but they're not.
Yeah. I bought like a second pair because one of them, like same color, everything. They were getting old. I was like, I just need another pair because they're mad comfortable.
I'm so mad. I had this pair of all black Nike Air Max One knit,
Hmm.
and those were like my go-to shoe for everything. They probably would have fell apart anyway, but I ended up cutting the grass in them, and they
Oh,
became my lawn shoes.
damn.
And just makes me so sad because I can't find them anywhere now. Like for a
Yeah.
decent,
For a good, yeah, decent price.
yeah. Because
You know what?
I probably got them at the outlet. You know.
I just realized I was trying to think what happened to my other Prestos while I bought a second pair. I left them in a fucking motel.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. I was like, I don't know, I was doing some foolishness. And I, I left them and then I didn't realize until like a couple hours later I went back and they were like, nope, they're gone. I was like, damn. And I couldn't find them for a couple years. And then I just found them like last year again.
I'm trying to think if I ever left anything. I'm definitely not leaving any sneakers in
Yeah,
a
I don't know what I
hotel.
was thinking.
And I don't think I ever left any sneakers over like a chick's house. I've lost like surround sound systems
Oh yeah.
and that type of deal. But
I know.
I don't know about sneakers. Like, oh, we fighting over my sneakers, bro. Like, we fight. We are fighting. Yes. My sneakers and probably like my Heat jersey collection. We ain't fucking with that. But, you know, it is what it is. I just think about forever. Like, do I get to wear a hat? Like, how does it, what happens
Hell
with your
yeah. The
hair?
Do I get to get haircuts?
Like what's that situation like? I don't know, man. But
You just gotta be fly every second of every day.
and that's why. And then like Nikki always laughing at me because she's like, I never met anybody who matches going to sleep. I'm like,
What?
how do you not match going to
Exactly.
sleep? I don't understand. Like, if I have on black shirt and gray drawers, that match.
Right.
Black drawers, that match. Pink drawers, that match. Like anything with a black shirt and a whatever,
Right.
it's gonna match. Like I don't understand. Or a white shirt or whatever, it's gonna match. Like it doesn't. I don't get it, but that's life.
Let's get wild.
It's a wild world we live in. Don't believe us? You obviously haven't spent any time on the internet. What's even more scary are some of the questions we come across from others seeking advice. Lucky for them, we're here to be their guides. This week's question is, could you have sex while other people watch you?
I feel like I have, but I don't know. Thinking. I would say yes because I think I have. Because I've had a threesome
How do you
before.
not understand? How do you not know? How do you not know?
I had
Like
to
that?
think. It's been. I had to think about it. Yeah, I could. In my past, but I don't think I would do it now. I think I'd die with wifey. She would kill me.
First of all, okay. But and that's not even that kind of party. Back when it was that kind of party.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When we were all settled down and things. I think the reason why people do crazy things when they're married is because they call it settled down. And some people just don't want to be settled.
Yeah.
You have to call it something different. Or think of it as something different. Well, on that note, we're going to end the show here. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Two Studs in a Pod. And on our individual pages on Instagram and Twitter. For Meech, it's the Homie Meech on Instagram and Homie Meech on Twitter. And for myself, it's at it's.me.blaze on Instagram and on it's me blaze2 on Twitter. Don't forget to check out our site, twostudsinapod.com, where you can find our latest episodes and more. For our voyeur peeps, visit our YouTube channel for our animated podcast every Thursday. You can catch us on podcast platforms everywhere, including Apple Podcasts. Gratitude is always the attitude. So we want to say thank you for lending us your ear.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. Bye.